In a world where human connection is both essential and challenging, difficult relationships are inevitable. Yet Stoicism, a profoundly practical and transformative philosophy, offers tools not only to survive these conflicts but to transcend them, shaping us into more virtuous and resilient individuals. At the core of this philosophy lies the understanding that what is outside our control should not govern us. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." In a difficult relationship, the other person is, by definition, an external event. We cannot control their actions, words, or intentions, but we can and must control how we choose to respond. This distinction between what is and isn't under our control is the key to emotional freedom. When someone treats us unfairly or cruelly, the natural impulse is to react with anger or hurt. But the Stoic asks, is this emotion useful? Does it reflect who I want to be? The answer almost always is no. The power of self-discipline in conflict. Epictetus challenges us to realize that no man is free who is not master of himself. When we give in to anger, resentment, or pride, we become slaves to these emotions. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to practice self-discipline as a shield against emotional turmoil. Imagine a scenario of conflict. Someone unjustly accuses you, wounding your dignity. Stoicism does not demand passivity or acceptance of abuse, but instead calls you to act deliberately, choosing to respond with reason and virtue. In doing so, you break the cycle of negativity and, more importantly, keep your inner peace intact. Seneca wrote, "Anger is like a storm. However intense it may be, it does not last forever." By remembering this, we learn to wait, to observe the emotional storm pass rather than allowing it to sweep us away. Stoic empathy. The art of seeing others with compassion. Another crucial lesson of Stoicism is the practice of empathy. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on human imperfection, reminding himself that everyone is fighting their own internal battles. He advised, when someone acts badly, ask yourself, what kind of pain or ignorance might have led to this? By seeing others through this lens, we can transform resentment into compassion. This doesn't mean justifying bad behavior, but recognizing that, like us, others are imperfect beings prone to mistakes. Stoic empathy allows us to seek harmony even in tense situations. When we treat others with patience and understanding, we often inspire them to respond with greater kindness and consideration. Stoicism as a bridge to reconciliation. Difficult relationships often stem from unrealistic expectations. We expect others to be as we wish them to be and become frustrated when they don't meet these expectations. But Stoicism teaches us to let go of these demands, accepting people as they are. Seneca advised, "Life is like a play. Enter, perform your role, and exit with dignity." This reminds us that we are not responsible for others' behavior, only for our own. This perspective not only alleviates emotional burdens, but also gives us the freedom to seek more creative and peaceful solutions. When seeking to reconcile a difficult relationship, Stoicism invites us to be honest but not cruel, firm but not stubborn. By placing virtue above pride, we create space for genuine reconciliation. The strength of Stoicism in daily practice. Practicing Stoicism in difficult relationships is not a one-time act. It is a daily discipline, a constant effort to grow in virtue. We can begin each day with a Stoic reflection, as Marcus Aurelius did in his meditations. Today I will meet people who are ungrateful, unjust, and selfish. But I cannot let this affect me, for they act out of ignorance of the good, and I know the good. This daily practice of emotional preparation strengthens us. It reminds us that, regardless of others' behavior, we can choose to remain true to our principles, a path of mutual transformation. When we incorporate Stoicism into our relationships, something extraordinary happens. Not only do we transform ourselves, but we also influence others. The calm we cultivate within ourselves can soothe the storms around us. The virtue we practice can inspire those who challenge us. And in the end, even if relationships remain difficult, Stoicism assures us that our inner peace does not depend on them. As Epictetus said, "What disturbs man is not events, but the judgments he makes about them. Let us then choose judgments that elevate us, that liberate us. Because at the end of every conflict, what truly matters is not winning an argument but winning the inner battle against destructive emotions. And in doing so, we not only improve our relationships, but move closer to what it means to be truly human.